What happened to the Mountaineers in Norman on Saturday night? Stay tuned and I'll tell you. What is up, college football fans and fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? Welcome to Couz's Corner, your go-to channel for college sports with a heavy dose of West Virginia Mountaineers. I'm going to talk to you, give my review of last night's game. Not a whole lot to say. Key mistakes at crucial times. That's really what it boils down to. We played right with Oklahoma. Our stats are really similar to Oklahoma. We just made more mistakes than they did and made them at the worst possible times in the game. That's what it boils down to. Our defense stepped up and played a great game. Our offense did enough statistically to win, but left points on the board because of mistakes. A false start on the 1 yard line that cost us a touchdown. There was a 4-point difference because we got 3 instead of 7. An overthrown ball in the back of the end zone to a wide open Bryce Ford Wheaton cost us 4 points because we got 3 instead of 7. And a bad snap in field goal range in the last 5 minutes of the game cost us 3 points and would have put us ahead. That's not the only mistakes that are out there, but that's the 3 big ones that are glaring that everybody's talking about today. But I tell you, man, this team is this close. I mean, they are this close to being a great football team. I feel it. I see it. But it's frustrating. I was as frustrated as anybody last night. We're right there, guys. We are right there to being a top-notch contending program. I can feel it. I can sense it. I can see it. We're just not there yet, man. And I keep wanting it to happen. So as fans, we want it so bad that I think, and when we want it now, you know. But we got to be patient because Coach Brown's building this team the way he wants it. And once he gets all the personnel around him that he needs to do it the way he wants it, they're going to be great. I really think so. And now look, 2 years from now, if I'm wrong, everybody, you know, I'll tell you I was wrong. But I think next year, and maybe even by the end of this year, we're going to see a completely different football team. Guys, we're only 4 games into the season and 1 game in the conference play. West Virginia still has a lot to play for. They still have a shot at winning the Big 12. We played the best team in the conference down to the wire at their home field. There's no reason we can't beat every team on our schedule. If our offense could just clean up the mistakes, West Virginia can win the conference still and maybe get another shot at Oklahoma in the conference championship. Wouldn't that be awesome? On a neutral site? I'd love to see that, man. Love to see them get a shot at redemption. Of course, Oklahoma might be a better team then too, but still, hey, that's all you want is a chance, right? A chance to play them again. But I really sense that this team's close. They got to stop. And it ain't even that they're making mistakes. It's when they make the mistakes. They make them at the worst possible times in the game. When you're driving down to score a touchdown. I mean, those are the kind of things they've got to clean up, but I think they will. We got to remember this is a young football team. A lot of underclassmen on the offensive line, receiving core. We got some underclassmen in the quarterback room that are going to be here next year, plus a good freshman coming in. A lot of underclassmen on the defense that are playing. So hang in there, Mountaineer fans. Hang in there with the guys, with the team, with the coaches. But back to last night. I mean, everybody's blaming it on that bad pass from Daggy or that bad snap. But look at this. The false start on the 1 yard line killed a drive. And also, think about this. Lady Brown was only able to get 56 yards on the ground last night. Our offensive line wasn't able to get pushed on that defensive line of Oklahoma, and you got to give Oklahoma some credit for that. Their defensive line's really good. So it ain't all just West Virginia not executing. Some of that is Oklahoma's good. Okay, we got to give them some credit too. They've got studs on that defensive line, and our offensive line just wasn't able to get pushed. We weren't able to run the ball, which made us a little bit one-dimensional. I would have personally liked to see Garrett Green use them more in the second half than he was. And I wasn't a fan of the way Coach Brown used him and just, bringing him in for a play and taking him out. I personally didn't like that, but I'm not the coach, and I'm not going to try to sit here and say Coach Brown doesn't know what he's doing. But I felt like he should have left him in for a couple plays. I honestly thought that the play where he ran, got some yards, then he took him out, brought Daggy in, and then Daggy threw that pass. I thought he should have left Green in right there because it was, what was it, 3rd and 5, I think? I think Green could have got 5 yards with his feet right there. Or either that or do an RPO and hand it to Letty. Because when Green was in the game, the linebackers were watching him so close that Letty was able to get out for a couple of good runs. That could have happened right there. But look, like I said, I'm not here to question the coaching staff. I'm just here to talk, give my opinion. I would have liked to have seen Green in there on that play. I would have liked to have seen Green used a little bit more in the second half than he was. But, I did like the way that Brown was trying to use Green. And I'll tell you what else I like. I like the fact that Neil Brown is trying, he sees that the offense is struggling. So he's doing things to try to fix it. We can't accuse him of not trying to fix it because he is. The things he's doing just is not working as good as we hope. It's not been a total failure. Because Green's able, he was able to score that touchdown. He got some yards. He kept Oklahoma's defense on their toes, on their heels a little bit. Just made mistakes. Green fumbled the ball once. That was a mistake. I mean, it didn't hurt us, but he did lay the ball on the ground. And he made that one back screen pass over the head of the running back or the wide receiver there that sailed on him. So he wasn't perfect either. We all think that the backup quarterback's the answer, and that's not always the case. Daggy did not play a bad game. He managed the game well. He was 20 out of 29. Actually had a higher QBR than Rattler did. Rattler had more yards and had the touchdown pass. But Daggy's QBR was actually higher than Rattler's last night. He had a QBR of 70, which isn't terrible. He just made a bad throw at the worst possible time. It's almost like bad luck sometimes, And it's that's one thing that's so aggravating as a fan. It's almost like the team's working so hard. They're doing everything they can to try to win the game. And then something happens and they lose the game. And look, I'm sure look how we feel. Think about how the players feel. I can't imagine how upset they are today. They didn't lose the game on purpose. They were trying hard. They represent West Virginia to the best of their abilities. That's all we can ask of them, So I ask fan base, please don't bash. It's okay to criticize us. Please don't bash the players on social media. Okay? Please don't do that. That's all I ask. I know I got on there last night and said some things I wish I had taken back. That wasn't nothing real bad, but I did question some of Coach Brown's decision making. But I've been trying not to do that, and last night I failed. I got too emotional. But after sleeping on it overnight and having some time to reflect, I'm still happy where this team's headed. I still think we have a bright future, and I still think this team can win the Big 12 Conference this year. I doubt we'll get in the college football playoff because of the 2 losses. But look, Maryland's 4-0 too, guys. Maryland's an undefeated football team. So we've lost to 2 undefeated teams. Think about that. In both games, we were 1 possession away from winning them. That's how close we are. The climb's working, and we're inching our way to the top. I think we're 3/4 to 80% up the mountain right now, guys. I really do. I think by next year, we're going to be having a different conversation right now. We're going to be talking about a West Virginia team that's competing for a conference title, and it sits at 4-0 right now. That's what I think down deep in my soul. I'm telling you, I feel good about it. I hope you could sense my excitement and my passion. I love West Virginia Mountaineers football. I love this team. I love this state. And I get frustrated just like the rest of you, so I'm not perfect. I hope you liked this video. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about last night's game. And please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next video, peace out.